The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Cook again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action now, Cousins. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Cousins now. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the Vikings have a 3-yard line. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. They coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Man, and what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins to throw it. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Charles, when you talk about free safety, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Here comes Rager. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. From the 38, Cousins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And it goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job on the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Cook up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 22, Cousins. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now they send the tight end in motion left. In motion right is the tight end. Now Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pound their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 35 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Prescott to throw this time. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Rager. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Cousins now to throw on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, we get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 71 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You know they want it. You know they expect it. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The home team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know. Maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A first down carry by Elliott. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 27 yards. A big play there on fourth.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go down the end again. And this time they were ready for him as they stop it right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In motion, the tight end. Prescott from the gun. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. The kick by Maher is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Brett Maher taking off for Dallas.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way. Take some time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And here's Ryan Wright now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And now the up man has it. It's a fake.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Prescott. Dancing to his... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Prescott on third and goal. Shakes off the sag. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
But what they got to do, though, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Good gain there on first down. And keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Prescott now. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
Didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Cousins on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll throw again. Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got done. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Prescott on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air.